I'm sure most of you all played a game in your lifetime, from Cities Skylines to Sims 4 and those of other simulation games, or even watched the movie Matrix. Well, Nick Bostrom, a philosopher, developed and expanded an argument examining the probability of our reality being simulated. Before we go any further, a simulated reality is the hypothesis that reality could be simulated, for example, by a quantum computer simulation to a degree indistinguishable from true reality. It could contain conscious minds that may or may not know that they are inside a simulation. This is quite different from current technology though, but with us understanding more about virtual reality. But virtual reality is easily distinguished from the experience of actual participants and never in doubt about the nature of what they experience. Simulated reality, by contrast, would be hard or impossible to separate from true reality, and Bostrom showed at least one of these probabilities are true. Number 1. All human-like civilizations in the universe go extinct before they develop the technology capacity to create simulated realities. Number 2. If any civilizations do reach this point of technological maturity, none of them would bother to run the simulation. Or number 3. We are living in a simulation. Elon Musk, Daddy Elon, even spoke on this topic and said, if you assume any rate of improvement at all, then games will be indistinguishable from reality, or civilization will end. One of those two things will occur, said Musk. Therefore, we are most likely in a simulation, because we exist, and one of the many possible explanations for the famous Fermi paradox, which basically asks, where is everyone? With everyone being extraterrestrial beings, which is aliens. When you're growing up, probably at the age of 2 to 3, the knowledge of things existing without you watching comes into play. But is that true? How can you be certain? Because let's say the chair you're sitting on or the bed you're laying on has atoms. You can't really see the atoms with your bare eyes unless you look through a microscope. But who is to say that as you look through that microscope, the atoms appear? And if this is true, simulating the multiverse would be easier, but not quite easy. For our next example, who is to say your girlfriend or boyfriend you talk to isn't just a piece of code embedded into the program, or even your friends? All the simulation has to do is to trick you into believing they are real. When you're not watching something, who is to say that it is there and not only appears as you look in that direction? It's like a video game. It isn't there until you look at it, where it starts to render in. Okay, let me give you another example. Let's say a glass in your kitchen falls and breaks. Who is to say it made a song if no one of consciousness is around? It's a waste of computing power until you reach home and find your favorite glass scattered on the ground. It really is confusing, and no one really knows what is consciousness, besides the fact that it's a state of being aware and responsive of one's surroundings. Okay, but what do physicists say about this? Well, they debunk this, saying that it is physically impossible. The fact that to store information about a couple 100,000 of electrons, they noted one needs a computer memory that requires more atoms than what is in the available universe. And physicists also carried out an experiment where they just tried to simulate the galaxy, and it needed a lot of computing power, which they could not provide. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe and come back for another one, and I'll see you. Peace.